Right, 15 seconds. Brand new single there from Them Fools, and it's called Shape of My Life. And guess what? It's going to be released on April 1st, which is April Fool's Day. How appropriate for Them Fools. So April Them Fools Day, I think is what we should be calling it anyway, for sure. If you're just joining us, you're listening to during the week here on West Dublin Access Radio 96 FM. We're online, wdar.e. We have a live music guest in studio each and every week. And this week we have a very local man, Dean Anthony, who joins us. Dean, you're very welcome onto the show. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
No bother indeed. Tell us, you actually brought in a guitarist as well. You must introduce him as well.
I just randomly saw him walking down the street in Ballyfermot, and he had a guitar, so I said, do you want to come and do the show with me? I know basically a friend of mine put him in contact with me. So apparently he's very good on guitar, so we'll see later on.
Good. Did you get any time to rehearse now?
We did actually, we did a bit of rehearsal, yeah.
Good stuff indeed. So tell us, how did you actually get involved in music?
I'm singing since I was about 13 or 14. I basically was in a kind of a boy-girl band, and I did pop showcases around Dublin, in Temple Bar Music Centre and other places like that, and some down the country as well. So I basically did that for about 3 or 4 years, and then I went solo, and people told me, you actually have a good voice, so you might as well try to do something with it. So then I basically started going for every single audition that you can name, like, you know, like the X Factor, Pop Stars, all of these TV shows, and I'd always get so far and then I'd get knocked back. So, but this year, luckily, I went for the Voice of Ireland and I got all the way to the live shows.
Which is fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah,
great.
Brilliant.
Tell us your experiences on the other shows. Did you get far in them, or did you get to meet judges and do different things, or what exactly happened in the background of it? Because we don't get to see a lot of that on TV.
There is actually a lot of background stuff that goes on that the viewers at home don't see. You're singing in front of producers before you actually get to the real stage, you know, in front that you see on the TV. So you have to sing in front of producers and people behind the scenes, and if you're good, or sometimes even if you're not good, you get further if you have a good story. I felt like a lot of the other programs were all about, you know, the story, and it wasn't really about the talent. They were more about popularity and your sad story. And the good thing about the Voice of Ireland is that you don't have to have a sad story. It is just about the talent, basically.
Which definitely kind of shows at the start of the show a little bit when they actually don't know who you are, which is really interesting.
Well, it was good. In the blind audition, I didn't expect anyone to turn around for me at all, so when Sharon and Jamelia turned around, it was quite a shock.
What made you go for Sharon over Jamelia, or was there any instinct to why you did that?
Well, if you look at my the video on YouTube, you can see that I did say I'm going to stick with the Irish, but I've been getting a bit of stick because of that. But I just basically, I don't know, I've been a fan of the chorus since I was very young, and Sharon was more on the ball in terms of what genre of music I'd like to do, and how she would make me grow as an artist on the show. But on the TV show, they kind of showed Jamelia more, I don't know, saying more than Sharon.
Okay, yeah.
But in fact, Sharon actually said more than Jamelia, but they didn't show that. The editing department really went a bit crazy with the editing, so they didn't show. You're actually on stage doing your blind audition, chatting to the coaches for about 15-20 minutes.
I didn't know it was that long.
Yeah, and it's snipped down to like two minutes. Yeah,
max,
even less, yeah.
Okay, so basically, we even us as viewers, we're not actually getting to see what is actually really happening, the emotions of each coach and yourself, and we're only getting to see little bits or the highlights, like watching Match of the Day when you're watching the football in the Premier League. We miss certain incidents that we don't get to see.
Yeah.
Isn't that kind of what we see in the Voice of Ireland? We get the highlights, especially in the pre-recorded stuff.
Yeah, well, they do edit the show a lot, so you do get to see, I don't know, the best parts. Some people you see breaking down and crying and stuff, but you have to kind of hold it together. Like when I did the first live show there 2 weeks ago, I actually had a panic attack before I went on stage. So I had people trying to make me relax and calm down, but I was thinking it was going to do something to my performance. But luckily, as soon as I got out on stage, just all the adrenaline and everything kind of makes you perform at your best then.
I think everybody gets that sort of nerve-wracking tension before they go on stage anyway. For
Yeah,
a
well,
live performance. I think it's natural,
Yeah,
isn't it?
it's natural, yeah.
So there's nothing to fear, nothing to worry about when you're actually
No,
going
It's
on
if you don't get butterflies or feel a bit nauseous before you go on stage, then there's something wrong.
Yeah, there's something
Yeah.
up, there's something amiss there.
Yeah.
And it's only natural to be like that in the way. Tell us about other things that you've done in music. You were in a Westlife tribute band. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, I'm actually still in the Westlife tribute band. We're kind of Take That / Westlife. It depends what people want. We do a 2-hour show. We come on as Westlife, do an hour, and then we take a 15-minute break and we come back as Take That. We're in different clothes. So we do shows. We've done Trabolgan. We do shows all over Ireland and any occasion basically, and it's great crack.
Sounds like exciting work to actually go off and do, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I was a fan for many years of Westlife, but since I started doing the Voice of Ireland, and Cian hasn't been very hasn't liked me very much and gives me 6 out of 10 in the scoring. I don't know, I'm a bit turned off Westlife now, I have to say.
Well, funny enough, the other another Ballyfermot contestant is Andy McAnuff, isn't it?
It's my cousin, yeah.
Yeah, he's your cousin. That's
Yeah.
interesting now. It's funny because he now loves Westlife because he got picked by Cian Egan, which is kind of funny.
Yeah, he said I'll never slag Westlife again.
Yeah, I just find that funny. But yeah, he seems to be getting on well on that, doesn't he? He's still
Yeah, well, I know. Yeah, well, Cian has to be kind of nice to his own contestants, but he's not really nice to any of the other contestants, unfortunately. But maybe if I was on Cian's team, he would have been a little bit nicer to me. But oh well.
It's all a battle of the judges trying to win a certain talent show, isn't it? It comes down to that at the end of the day.
Yeah, sometimes I think it's more like it's a battle between the
judges,
the coaches and not the contestants.
Because the contestants are all best of friends, is what you.
Yeah, we're all.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all best of friends backstage, and I went shopping with a few of the contestants there a couple of weeks ago, and they come over to my apartment for tea and coffee, and we all get along great.
It's the usual banter that you get, isn't it?
Yeah, and there's no like horrible people. I'm going, I hope you get knocked out, or I'm going to do better than you. I hope you go next week. We all actually really want each other to do well,
Yeah. And it does show, even on the show, like everybody hugs each other, oh, we're really sorry you got knocked out, or really
and that's real.
delighted that you went through, or whatever,
Yeah, and that's real because it is so emotional backstage, and even on that stage, in front of the nation basically, and a live audience of I don't know, many hundred people were in the Helix at the live.